What if one of the biggest reasons you struggle with money is because you're shopping for your financial future without a list? Think about what happens when you walk into a grocery store without knowing what you need. You grab a few things that look good, add a couple of things you forgot you wanted, and suddenly your $75 trip becomes $140. Your finances can work exactly the same way. Every time your paycheck arrives without a plan, your money becomes available for whatever looks important in the moment. A bill comes up, you pay it. You see something you want, you buy it. An unexpected expense appears, you put it on a credit card. Then, at the end of the month, you wonder where all your money went. That's what happens when you wing your finances. But what if you created a financial shopping list before every paycheck? Instead of asking, "What can I spend?" you ask, "What does my money need to accomplish?" Your list might include rent, groceries, debt payments, savings, investing, emergency funds, subscriptions, and even fun money. Suddenly, your paycheck has instructions before you start spending it. In this video, we're going to show you how to build your own financial shopping list and use it to make every paycheck work harder for you. Because financial success isn't about restricting everything you enjoy. It's about knowing what you're shopping for before you start spending. The first step is creating your financial shopping list. Start by writing down everything your paycheck needs to cover before you spend a single dollar on wants. Think of this as your financial grocery list. Your first category should be essentials: housing, utilities, transportation, insurance, groceries, minimum debt payments, and other expenses that keep your life running. Next, add your financial priorities. This could include building an emergency fund, paying extra toward debt, saving for a major purchase, investing for retirement, or creating a sinking fund for upcoming expenses. Then comes the category most traditional budgets forget: enjoyment. Give yourself a realistic amount for restaurants, entertainment, hobbies, shopping, or whatever makes your life enjoyable. The purpose isn't to eliminate spending. It's to make sure spending fits inside the plan. Finally, look at your list and compare the total to your actual take-home paycheck. This is where the math becomes powerful. If your list requires $4,500, but your paycheck only provides $4,000, you've discovered the problem before the money disappears. Now, you can make adjustments intentionally instead of discovering the shortage halfway through the month. Maybe an expense needs to be reduced. Maybe a goal needs to be temporarily adjusted. Maybe you need to increase income. The important thing is that you're solving the problem before you spend the money. Your financial shopping list gives every dollar a destination, and that simple shift can completely change the way you manage your money. Once you have your financial shopping list, the next step is learning to shop for your future before you shop for today. Most people automatically prioritize immediate purchases because they're visible. The new phone is visible. Dinner is visible. Dinner is visible. The subscription is visible. But your future emergency fund isn't sitting in front of you, so it's easy to ignore. This is why you need to intentionally put future goals on your list. Before you start spending your paycheck, decide how much goes toward your future. Maybe it's $50. Maybe it's $200. Maybe it's 10% of your income. The number matters, but consistency matters more when you're building the habit. Think of savings as something you are purchasing. You're buying financial security. You're buying flexibility. You're buying options. You're buying the ability to handle an unexpected expense without immediately reaching for a credit card. The same concept applies to debt payoff. Every extra payment is essentially purchasing future financial freedom. Investing is purchasing future growth. An emergency fund is purchasing peace of mind. Once you start thinking this way, saving no longer feels like money disappearing. It becomes money being redirected towards something valuable. This is also why automating your financial shopping list can be so powerful. If money automatically moves towards savings and investments when your paycheck arrives, you don't have to rely on willpower. You're making the purchase before temptation has an opportunity to spend the money somewhere else. The third step is identifying the impulse purchases that keep sneaking into your financial cart. You know the ones. The purchase you didn't plan for. The subscription you forgot about. The restaurant order because you didn't feel like cooking. The online purchase that seemed like a great deal. None of these decisions necessarily makes you bad with money. The problem is that unplanned spending can compete directly with the things you actually said were important. Imagine creating a shopping list for a grocery store and then walking through every aisle putting random items into your cart. Eventually, you run out of money for the groceries you actually needed. Your financial life works the same way. If your paycheck already has $500 assigned to savings and debt payoff, every unplanned purchase reduces the amount available for those goals. This doesn't mean you need to eliminate spontaneous spending. Instead, create a category for it. Give yourself a specific amount of flexible money that you can spend without guilt. Once that money is gone, you wait until the next paycheck. This creates a boundary without making your budget feel like punishment. And if you want to make this process easier, PaycheckPlanner.ai can help you organize your income, expenses, savings, debt, and financial priorities around your actual paychecks. Instead of keeping the entire financial shopping list in your head, you can create a clearer plan for where your money should go. The goal isn't to obsess over every purchase. It's to prevent small decisions from quietly destroying your bigger financial goals. One of the biggest advantages of using a financial shopping list is visibility. When you can actually see where your money is supposed to go, you're less likely to spend it accidentally. Think about how much easier it is to follow a grocery list when you can see exactly what you need. Your financial list works the same way. Before each paycheck, look at your upcoming expenses, your savings goals, your debt payments, and your available spending money. Then assign your paycheck accordingly. If you get paid every 2 weeks, you might create a 2-week financial shopping list. If you get paid weekly, create a weekly list. If your income varies, build your plan around your most reliable income and adjust when additional money arrives. The key is making your plan match the way you actually get paid. And don't forget about irregular expenses. Car repairs, insurance payments, holidays, birthdays, annual subscriptions, school expenses, and home maintenance don't necessarily happen every month, but they are still predictable enough to plan for. Create sinking funds for those expenses and contribute a little money every paycheck. Then, when the expense arrives, it doesn't feel like an emergency. You already bought it financially in advance. This is what makes a financial shopping list so powerful. It turns random future expenses into planned purchases. Instead of constantly reacting to money problems, you start preparing for them. You're not just budgeting your money. You're creating a financial inventory of what your future actually requires. So here's your challenge. Stop winging your money and start shopping with a financial list. Before your next paycheck arrives, write down everything that paycheck needs to accomplish. Cover your essentials. Fund your financial priorities. Set aside money for future expenses. Give yourself spending money. Then check the math. Does everything fit? If it doesn't, adjust the list before you start spending. If it does, follow the plan and track your progress. Over time, this simple habit can change your relationship with money because you stop making hundreds of financial decisions throughout the month. You make the important decisions once, then let your system guide your spending. And that's where PaycheckPlanner.ai can become part of your routine. Use it to organize your paycheck, plan expenses, manage savings goals, track debt priorities, and create a clearer financial roadmap. Your money doesn't need more guesswork. It needs direction. Think about it this way. Every paycheck is a shopping trip, and you have a limited amount of money in your cart. The question isn't whether you can buy everything. You can't. The question is whether you're buying the things that matter most. When you plan your financial shopping list first, your money starts working with purpose instead of disappearing through random purchases. So before your next paycheck hits, make your list, check your numbers, and tell every dollar where it belongs. Because we are building real financial progress, one step at a time. If this video helped you rethink the way you manage your money, like this video, subscribe, and comment shopping lists below. Then visit PaycheckPlanner.ai and start creating a smarter plan for your next paycheck. Stop winging your money. Start planning it.